Cool. Okay, this is just a quick little thing. I'm just throwing this up here because I can. So I just upgraded my computer, and in the process I did not get my compressor settings that I had customized over here. I had a whole bunch of them. So I need 6 main ones that I use. I'm going to set those up right now. So first thing you do is you click this little plus sign down here and you say new setting. Actually, before we do the settings, let's do locations. I do have a DB export, so I think I'll leave it like that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave that like that and just do, rather than new locations, I will do new settings. And the first one I'm going to do is a QuickTime movie. We'll call it 4K QuickTime. Okay, most of this stuff is going to stay the same. So I'm not going to worry about this, but I will click on video and change this. Now my 4K QuickTime will be up to 4096-2304. Yeah, let's go ahead and stop there. Most of my content that's 4K is not quite that big, so because of that, it will never get that big. Frame rate I'm going to leave as automatic because sometimes I go between 23 and 24 frames a second, and then 30, and then sometimes I even put in 60. So I'm going to leave this as automatic. Most of these things I will keep as automatic. Codec is going to be H.264. This is a very commonly used codec that has decent compression. I really like it. HEVC is better, but not everything uses it, so I'm sticking with H.264. This is very common it works really well with YouTube and things. Data rate, automatic. I'm going to go to custom. Because this is 4K, I'm going to go with 25 megabits per second, which is 25,000 kbits. I think that's about right. No, let's go down. Let's go down to 18. Yeah, I think that'll be better. And then this computer's fast enough I can do multipass and be just fine. I don't need to worry about frame reordering. Let's go anti-alias. Well, resize there isn't going to be any, so we'll just leave it as linear. Because it's not going up, it's going to go down. Most of my resizing is done in Final Cut Pro, so I don't have to worry about that. And then no video effects. Okay, audio. We'll keep the channel layout the same. Sample rate, 48 kilohertz should be fine. Sample size, 16 bits should be fine. I'm not looking for something super awesome, so this should be acceptable. I'm not going to re-edit with it, so I don't need to worry about it. I want MPEG-4 AAC and a bit rate of, I like 256. It's good enough that it gives me a decent amount of compression, but it doesn't destroy the audio too much. And we'll use a CBR. Let's keep it like that. It makes it cleaner, easier to use. Everything can open as CBR. No audio effects needed. Okay, so that is my setting. I don't have to save it or anything. I just click off of it and it works. Let's do another setting that's going to be HD QuickTime. And actually, let's do this. We should be able to duplicate this, and we're going to call this HD QuickTime. And the difference is we're going to go into video, change this to up to 1920 by 1080, and then change this to 9 megabits per second. That should be good enough. Everything else I want the same. The audio is really important to me. I mean, I know I'm not doing superstar audio here, but it's important enough that I don't want to change these settings. So I don't want to lose audio quality between these two. Okay, now I'm going to make another one. You know what, my HD, let's do this. Let's do 25 megabits per second on 4K, and let's do 18 megabits per second. It sounds like a lot. It actually is a lot. And then I'm going to, oh no, you know what, yeah, let's go with 12 megabits per second and 25, that should be enough. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this one, and I'm going to bring the quality down to 9 megabits per second. Let's change this one to watermarked QuickTime. And what I want to do with this is, on the video effects, I want to add a watermark. Position it in the center, and let's select the file. VHR white. That'll work. Okay, I'm not going to be able to see this unless I put something in here. So let me grab this latest thing and throw it in here. And I'll throw this down here. Okay, see that watermark there? That's not what I want. So on this particular setting, I'm going to scale it to 2. Let's go 2.5. I don't want it cut off. 2.3, that'll work. And then let's make the alpha 0.02. 0.01. It's just enough that you can see it. And that's what I want. I want to be able to see it. I think 0.02 is a little better. It's annoying, and that's exactly what I want. People get annoyed by that. Perfect. Don't need to repeat it. Okay, so 2.3 and 0.02. That's what I want. Okay, so now we go back into this one because we were adjusting everything here when the setting was here. We're going to go back here, and what do we say? 2.3 and 0.01. All right, so that should stay that way. Good. Okay, now we are going to do the same thing with MPEG-4. The reason is 4K MP4. Not everybody can handle QuickTime. I get a lot of clients that QuickTime doesn't work for them. So I need to create an MPEG-4 for them. Custom, all right, let's go up to the top. Frame size up to 4096. Frame rate automatic, color space, camera length, all that stuff is the same. Here's where I choose between the codecs, HEVC and H.264. Still, there's some computers and things out there that can't handle HEVC, so I'm sticking with H.264. You know what? I didn't even check. Is my... Yep, it's working. We'll turn this up a bit. How's that? That works. Okay. And since this is 4K, let's go 25 megabits per second. And multipass. Okay, no video effect on this one. Audio, stereo, let's just stick with automatic. 48 kilohertz, MPEG-4 AAC, and excuse me, put that up to H.264, no audio effects. I mean, sorry, 256 kbps. So now we're going to make this HD MP4. Go into the video, adjust it to this, and adjust this to 18, no, 12, that's what I said. 12 megabits per second. And let's duplicate that again. Watermarked. MP4. Same thing. This time, what did it say on the last one? 9? Okay, we'll go with 9. Okay, and here we're going to add the watermark again. BHR white. That's the one. 2.3 and 0.02. Oh yeah, we wanted this to be 0.02 as well. Okay, so those are done, pretty much. All the audio is set, the video looks good, everything looks good. Now what we are going to do is change some locations. I want the location to be DB exports. Okay, so you'll notice it says file format source. I need to put settings as well. So that helps it so that when it lays it out, it's going to say the source and the setting. All right, so here when I go to general, I can change default location to DB exports. And if I take this and drop it in here, watch what the file name becomes. So it's the file name that I had before, which is all this first part right here. And then it adds 4K MP4. All right, so I'm going to toss that, and we are going to go through all of these. I probably should have put the location in the beginning. That way I wouldn't have to worry about doing this on all 6 of them. But it's not that big of a deal. I didn't put that on desktop, did I? Yeah, I did. And we can go through these watermarked QT for clients, I guess. You don't have to worry about the description. That's for you. It's not that big of a deal. I want to make sure these are all set and ready to go. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to go into my settings here, and right here where it says default output location, actually where it says setting, oh, this is what we need to do. Okay, I'm going to create a group, and you can do it in 2 ways. One, you can select all these and then save as droplet. No, you just hit new group like this. I'm going to call it clients, and I'm going to grab all of these and throw that in the clients group. So now, if I go to compressor settings, I can change my settings to custom, clients, all. And then location, I'll just put DB exports, but that doesn't matter. There's no watch location. I'm not going to worry about watch locations. I should, but I'm not going to. That would be helpful though, wouldn't it? Okay, so now, if I take this YouTube file and drop it in here, it adds all of these in there, and then it puts it in DB exports, puts all these settings the way I want it, and then it gives me the names for them. See that? Now, I'm going to change this location on this particular one to rides for sale. I probably shouldn't, because as I do, oh, here we go. Let's change the locations. Let's add setting on this. And if I change this location again to rides for sale, it should add the settings. Cool. So I can hit start and let it go, and I'm not going to because I need to grab this one. I think I need all of these. I'm not sure. I'm going to grab them all anyway. All right, so now I can just change the location to rides for sale. It should keep all those settings. I'm going to scroll through them and see. Doesn't look like any of them are duplicated. We'll start the batch and let it go, and I'm going to end the stream just because it is done. This is doing its thing. It says 3 hours, but I don't think it'll take that long. It might. Anyway, I'm going to go through and cancel the ones that don't need to be done. Okay, so that's it. We'll see you guys later. I am glad